Hello everyone, welcome to Abhyas IAS Academy. So today in geopolitics and international current affairs, we are going to discuss a very important topic. Okay, that is India's integration into Pax Silica group, or you can say that club. Both are same. Some newspapers have written it as Pax Silica group. Some newspaper have written it as Pax Silica club. All means the same. Okay, so now the heading goes like this. India joins the US-led Pax Silica. Now one important aspect that you have to understand here is what is the meaning of India joins US-led. Means US-led means what? Means US is a foreigner. It is going to lead the group. It is going to formulate policies with the consensus of the group. It is going to put a lot of money in this particular group. Okay, basically a steering wheel of the group is US. That's why we call it as US-led Pax Silica group, which India has joined. What this new semiconductor alliance means for global chip war. This is very important that we are going to discuss in our next slide. Before going into the discussion, there's a beautiful picture of our foreign external affairs officials here with US and other countries official that they have launched this Pax Silica group. So in this video lecture, we are going to talk about the genesis of Pax Silica group, India's membership. Is it voluntary or involuntary? India is a founding member or not? This is what we are going to study. And what is the objective of this group? Why this group has been formed? And one more important word has been actually discovered, you can say that, introduced in the international relations, that is weaponized dependency. And what is means for India? That's what we are talking about. So let us go ahead and see. India has been officially integrated on February 20. Okay, forget about this. Okay, just remember this. February 20, 2026. Now, this complete group is basically dependent upon this particular elements, which we call them as rare earth elements. So what are these elements? In the Mendeleev periodic table, if you're aware of this in the schooling days we have done with our chemistry, now in that, okay, you have the S block elements, D block elements, P block elements, and in the F block elements, you might have seen lanthanides and actinides. All these rare earth elements belong to the group of what? Lanthanides. So if you see the elements consisting the group from 17 elements with atomic number from 57 to 71, lanthanum to lutetium, and 21 and 39, okay, scandium to yttrium on the periodic table. So basically these are all called as what? Rare earth elements. Remember this point. And this particular Pax Silica group is all about securing the supply of these elements across the nations. Across the nation means India should get these elements, Bangladesh should also get these elements, Australia should also get these elements, each and every country should get these elements. Why these elements are important, I'll come into that particular area in a bit. Before going into that, this is important basic thing that you have to know. Okay, so these are the rare earth elements, and that is why the tagline of Pax Silica is very simple, securing the silicon supply chain. Okay, now as I have told you that it is a US-led strategic initiative aimed at cementing high-tech alliance with Washington. High-tech alliance, this word is important here. Okay, these elements whichever I have told you here, these are all important for high technological industries. This is what is more emphasized because of this particular thing only. Every country want these elements. High-tech industries, let us suppose if a country want to manufacture mobile phones, if a country want to manufacture drones, if a country want to manufacture defense product, if a country want to manufacture space technologies like missile system, electronic systems, if a country want to manufacture LEDs, okay, TVs, radio communications. So in all this, artificial intelligence, in all of these manufacturing of these products, you require rare earth elements. And I have to tell all of you that rare earth elements are not like they are rare in the earth, just not like diamond. Okay, the problem with the rare earth elements are they are found in abundance, but their processing, their mining is very costly. That is the reason, and they have been scattered across the world. Okay, they are not available at one place in large amounts. Okay, that's the reason it is not so good to invest in that particular business. That's why they are rare in nature, scattered across the world. Okay, because as they are rare, only because their mining and also processing is very costly. Clear my point? Right. So by joining this framework, New Delhi has signaled that whatever the past strained relations of USA and India has been there because of India's buying of crude oil from Russia, then US is sanctioning us with lot of higher tariffs with regard to our exports, with regard to our pharma products. Okay, US is hindering in our policy matters, foreign affairs. Okay, there is lots of strained relations are there between India and US, okay, since last few months. By joining this, India has signaled and USA have signaled together that we are on a path of foreign diplomacy stability. Okay, this is what is all about. Okay, now why this initiative? Why US have got this initiative means the rival of US is, the most important rival of US is China with regard to what business, with regard to what economy, right or wrong. So China accounts for about 70% of global rare earth mining and 90% of their processing. Just imagine a rival is actually holding the neck of high-tech manufacturing. Obviously, US will not like it. So USA need to form an alliance where they can able to secure the supply chain of these rare elements so that they can also grow, on par with other countries, right or wrong. So recently what has happened, when on India, US have put the tariff, and the same tariff have also been put on what? China with increasing rates. Okay, US have sanctioned China also with increasing rates. At that time, what China, in retaliation, what China did, China has choked the supply of these critical elements. So when China has choked, means these elements did not go to many countries and their manufacturing got hit. Okay, so then USA and the Western European countries recognize that it is very important. We cannot let the China to have the monopoly of rare earth elements. So they understood it. That's why this particular Pax Silica group has been formed. And you can say that this is weaponized in dependency. Means China is using the rare earth element and using it as a weapon against what? Other countries. So this is the new concept which is called as what? Weaponized dependency. Okay. Now, why India joined it? India is also in the same state, very far lower state when compared to US. India 100% dependent on what? Imports for most of the listed minerals, which are find use in high-tech electronics, telecommunication, transport, and defense. So even US is having that problem. Even India is also having the same problem, that both of us is unable to have the abundance of rare earth elements. Naturally, we do not have it. Plus, global supply also not in a very seamless manner. It is very distorted. So India joining this Pax Silica is one of the indicated that the Modi government in future wanted to promote this high-tech industries in a very larger way. And if you're aware of this fact, in the budget 2026 to 2027, Semiconductor Mission 2.0 has also been announced by Nirmala Madam, the Finance Minister, Honorable Finance Minister of our country. Okay, I hope this is understood to you. Now, genesis of Pax Silica. It was announced in December 2025 with a high-level summit was happened in Washington. Okay, so it was conceived as a roadmap for innovation-driven global economy. When you don't have these elements, you cannot manufacture high-tech products, not even a mobile phone you cannot manufacture. These elements you require. When the countries are having the access of these elements only, then only they can go for what? Research and development. Without having these elements, what kind of research you will do in order to produce high-tech products? That is not possible. Okay, so a high-level summit was held in Washington where they have announced that an innovation-driven global economy, this particular group is very, very important. Okay, and the founding declaration signed by the diverse group of nations. Diverse group of nations means across the world, many countries joined it. Okay, and all of them are aiming for what? Securing the entire technology value chain. Wherever you will have this elements mining, elements processing, elements fabrication, metal fabrication, integration, assembly of these elements, into the products. The complete supply chain we wanted to secure and does not want to depend upon only on what? China imports. Okay. So these raw earth elements are important for not only for the hardware, but also for the software architectures that stimulate or that bolster the artificial intelligence industry also. Okay, so the number of countries who have joined. So you can see here that Australia continent country is one. So if you talk about European countries, we are having Greece. Okay, then you are having what? Greece is there, United Kingdom, these are European countries. If you're talking about Gulf, Israel is there, Qatar is there, Okay, United Arab Emirates. And if you're talking about Asian countries, India is there, South Korea and Singapore. India, South Korea and Singapore. So this is a very important tip. If you want to remember that how many countries belong to which particular association or bloc or group, it is basically you do it with the help of what continent. In North America, these countries are a part of this NATO. In South America, these countries are a part of SAARC. In this particular bloc, these European nations are there, Gulf nations are there. So if you study the countries in a continent-wise, no, then only you can able to remember. Otherwise, it becomes difficult because lot of overlapping will be there for sure. Not only these countries, other countries which are a oil producing association countries called as OSET, okay, they are also willing to join this group, and also European Union. They are not as a signatories, but definitely they are engaging with this particular group, and in future you can see their participation also. India has entered this forum, this particular group, when the US ambassador Sergio Gore has invited India, please come to this particular group and let us build a very large economies. The group is united by the shared vision of creating a durable economic order that works on trustworthy system and shared prosperity. Let us all grow together. Let us all grow together. Let us all of us have the elements, and let us go for research, development, innovation, and look for the benefit and welfare of mankind. So that is only called as what? Shared vision, shared prosperity, and a system that builds on trust, where this supply chain is always resilient, durable, and seamless forever. I hope this is all clear to you. Have a nice day. Take care.